Hello folks, my name is Leo and welcome to my nerd world. So today I will talk about a movie called The Mummy. Okay, it's a new horror movie. Okay, I will give a synopsis here and give you my opinion. This is a review of this movie. But before I do that, first time here in this channel and you like this kind of content, talk about movies, series, animes, pop culture in general, leave a like and subscribe. Help this channel, give it the support, okay? And share this video with your friends and ask them to subscribe here. My goal is to reach 500 subscribers, okay? Help this channel, okay? It's really important your help. Subscribe here is free. Just click there. Subscribe is really important, okay? And of course, let's work together as Avengers, okay? And let's put this channel to grow more and more and more. And let's assemble, okay? If you do it, I will appreciate that, okay? So let's share this video to your friends, okay? It's really good to do that, okay? If you like my job here, share this video, okay? So let's talk about The Mummy. Okay, before I start talk about this movie, there's no connection to this movie here, okay? The Mummy, okay? So because when I say The Mummy, people will think about that movie here. It's not about this one, okay? There is no connection, okay? That is about mummy, okay, but it's not connected to this movie here, okay? So this movie is about a ritual, okay? So we have a family, okay? We have a family here. So we have this guy who is the father of this child here, okay? This child is called Katie, no, Kate, okay? So she disappears, okay? That and nobody knows what's happening, okay? That and this father here he needs to investigate. So she disappears in one desert in some place where is desert, okay? That so and that's why is the name here. What happened to Kate, right? So that's the name. That's the the phrase here, okay? So what's happened to her, right? And and here the father, after 8 years later, okay, 8 years later, that girl, she returned to the family, okay, and they were surprised. Well, wow, she appears now, and yeah, so she appears, but it's not normal Katie that they know her right pretty well because is their daughter, right? That and but she returned different, right? That so yeah, she was a good child, right? A nice child, and so she obeyed the father, right? That so and really interesting here, right? So and she was kidnapping. Okay, so to be honest, so she disappears, but they discovered that she was kidnapped, by someone, right? And the story here is about the mummy. Okay, so that's why the name of the movie is The Mummy, right? So because that the person who is responsible for kidnapping this child here, she did something in the past. So in the beginning of the movie, they will explain how this story will start. Okay, and in the beginning of this movie here, they explain that so there's a couple, not the fathers, okay, the parents. There are a couple who kidnapped this child. Okay, 8 years. Yeah, so kidnapped this child. They awakened something really bad, right? Like an evil spirit. Okay, so evil spirit from the mummy. Okay, so and this couple, they have something. They are hiding something there in their house, right? And they were hiding something there, and they awakening something evil. Okay, the supernatural. I mean, okay, and something is cursed. Okay, cursed, right? He's cursed, and they need the son. They need a child that to awakening this evil spirit. So that's why they kidnap this child here. Okay, so this child here. Okay, and after that, so like I said, she returned to the family, right? But they discovered that she is cursed, right, by something bad, supernatural, right? So supernatural stuff looks like is the exorcist, right? So it looks like that. The director of this movie here is called Lee Cronin, this guy here, okay? And he's the same director from this movie here, Evil Dead Rise, okay? That so they have a little. This movie, the Mummy, has a little similar to is a, there are some similarities from the yeah, there's some similar between this the Mummy and also Evil Dead Rise, right? Because it's all about supernatural, right? So the movie here for me is good. Okay, that is really good. So if you like it, Evil Dead, you will like this movie here. Okay, I mean Evil Dead Rise. Okay, that so and this one's here is almost the same idea. Okay, that is one more kind of movie that we have the supernatural who will possess, right? Who will possess possess a person. Okay, that and that make his so they need to know how to expel this cursed, right? So they need to expel this, right, to save their daughter, right? It's almost the same idea, okay? And but there are two things is really yeah, one is not so negative here, but another one is really negative. I don't like the acting from the actors here, right? So because here we don't have actors who are famous, okay? That so and their acting here is so terrible. I don't like. I didn't like their acting because there are some parts is really interesting, but most of the time I think like so they are so their acting is so no, it's not so terrible. Okay, it's just a little weak for me, right? So they are not so good at acting. Okay, and of course here there are some parts of this movie here. There are some scenes here. They are so disgusting. Okay, that so if you don't like a disgusting movie, don't watch these ones. Okay, there are some parts here sometimes you make your face like something like that, okay? So yeah, I did that when I was watching this movie here. I did that, right? So it was like, oh my god, so gross, right? So disgusting, oh my god. Something like that, okay? But the good things about the movie, the story is really good, okay? That is really good story. There are good jump scares. Okay, that are good jump scares here, but the story is so simple. Okay, that so but the plot twist is really interesting. It's really important. You know the plot twist about this movie here. Okay, and yeah, because that's something you need to know. So they explain it almost the end of the movie. They explain what's going on here. So because during the movie You, yeah, because it's really interesting that because in the beginning of the movie they show something that thing will connect to in the end of the story, right? So that's really interesting, that right. So, but the characters there themselves, they have no idea what's going on there. But we, when we are watching there, we know what's going on, right? So it's really we are not stupid, right? And that's what I mean, right? But the movie is really good. It's not so bad, not fantastic, right? It's not the best horror movie I've watched, but it's not so bad. Okay, it's just okay. I like the movie here because my rate for this movie, I will give it 6.5 out of 10. Okay, I think it's enough, right? Because it's not so terrible here. Okay, I just don't like the actors here. The actors, they are so sometimes you don't care about the characters here, right? So you just want to finish the story, right? That so and sometimes their acting is not so good, okay? But I like the girl who is possessing is really scary. That is really good, right? And one more thing is really interesting about this supernatural stuff here. She can control two or more people at the same time. Okay, so yeah, at the same time, for example, the supernatural is she is this supernatural is inside of her, right? And at the same time, when she gets someone, she can connect it. Okay, that so she can control all the people, right? To be evil, right? So it's really interesting that, right? So, but I'm not gonna say I recommend you guys watch this movie, but if you like Evil Dead, watch this movie, okay? So, because yeah, I've watched Evil Dead a lot, right? So, but Evil Dead is like sometimes it's so sometimes it's so stupid ideas, right? So stupid, ridiculous. That I mean, okay. But here it's not ridiculous, okay. So it's just but the part there are some parts they are so disgusting that so sometimes I want to puke. You know what I mean? So like blah, something like that, right? So sometimes, but I didn't puke, okay. I didn't vomit, okay. But but anyways, okay. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Here, so happy watching this movie. Put here below in the comments your opinion about that movie, okay? And you agree or disagree about what I said here? Feel free to do that, okay? And of course, don't forget leave a like and subscribe, right? I deserve this like here, okay? So I deserve have your like and also your subscribe, okay? And of course, let's work together as Avengers here. Let's put this channel to grow more and more and more. Let's assemble as Avengers, right? So Marvel here. And of course, share this video with your friends and ask them to subscribe here. My goal is to reach 500 subscribers. So help this channel, give it the support. It's really important for this channel, okay? So if you like it, if you like my job, do it. Subscribe and leave a like, okay? And I see you on the next video. So see you. Take care.